What's going on, YouTube? It's Chris at Patriot RC. Just let that bucket out of the way there. As promised, we got the Mews chassis going. Got a new OG RC rims on. They're bead locks, and they're phenomenal. I did the entire set, bumped them down to the 54s instead of the 64s on the comp pins. Entire set, maybe 15 minutes. Not sure how well you can see in there, but the screws on the inside of the bead lock, let me turn the wheel there, that might help. Man, they went in beautifully. So Injora, OGRC, Injora wheel spacers, breast diff covers. I'll put the trailing arm, the hook in the back, the recovery hook. So we're gonna do this old part here you've seen before, and then I've redone the course a little bit today, and I will show you that here in just a moment. So these are some Everest 10 wheels that I cut in half and got those set up. She climbs right over it. Fantastic. So I really wanted to do them a little bit taller, but then again, I didn't want it to be too awful. Because again, this section up here, there's all kinds of room. I've got some pipes that are staggered heights. But they're almost too tall to start. So, I'm not going to do anything with those just yet. And that is the Injora 050 motor, 50 turn. You can see on the chassis I did move the wheels, or the original headlights. Got them mounted underneath the chassis for rock lights. So I can get my descent here. And we'll do our final camera move here for this side. Here we go. So as of late, I've got some friends, shout out to Jimmy and Jerry. Haven't seen those guys for a couple of weeks now, but been a few weeks actually. I became a grandparent for the first time. My daughter Olivia gave birth to our granddaughter. And that's what we kind of got. That's what you get for looking at the camera and not your truck. But yeah, I became my granddaughter. Lorelei Rain is her name. So we're out of the shot. Be right back. Yeah, she is now 6 weeks old. Loving that. She's absolutely gorgeous. This chick's after her mom. My son just got back from Italy from his stationing over there in the Air Force. He is now a major in the United States Air Force. Got his promotion while he was over. We were can't jump into too much what he was doing, but he was over in Romania. And if you guys aren't sure what's going on in Romania, you get a clue. So yeah, he's back home from there, and him and his wife are into their brand new house they just got. So things been going pretty good. Couldn't be happier. Got the family all back together in the States, so hang just a sec. Here we go. I'm just going to try and hit some of the newer parts of the course here, the harder technical stuff that we just did today. So but yeah, this chassis side hills beautifully. It tacks angles pretty good too, and it's just the JLU body, or everything underneath. But yeah, it's done really good. And that might be my battery going low. I drove this for a couple hours last night, or not a couple hours, but I was down here driving a few different trucks last night. And that's when I redid the lights underneath the chassis, as you can see there. Let's turn the camera just a little bit. I've not tried this approach just yet, so we'll see what happens. Look, it just walks right up it. These competition mini pins are just, try that very far side there, that's the tallest part. Slight right turn, which is right at the boundaries where it doesn't want to go any out there. There it goes. Just gotta let them hook up, and boy they go. Thing is almost unstoppable. Alright, we'll pause it and move the camera again. Yeah, so we're gonna try and keep this video short. So we're gonna try and get down to Oklahoma later on this spring, visit my son. I don't know where you guys are at with your weather, but last night we got just shy of 3/4 of an inch of solid ice. So that was interesting. So my wife took my 4Runner to work. She had a good, suitable 4-wheel drive transportation. I've yet to drive this section of the course. I tried to make it a little more difficult. These mini pins have just absolutely changed the game here on my course, to where I thought it was fairly challenging. As you can see though, climb the wall. That big white rock it just came off of is probably one of the slickest in the whole stack of rocks there. Yeah, this got nice, decent slow crawl on this V2 ESC. I don't know if how much I've talked about that, but I'm really loving it. They continued with that version 1. There's no way in hell I would have bought a second scx24 in these past couple months, because I didn't want to go and do, you know, a full Fury Tech swap and all that. I just wasn't in the mood for spending that much money. I mean, I know with the scx24 some expenses are expected, but that was one I didn't want to do just yet, as much as I would like to. But these brush motors I've got going in mine are nothing to sneeze at all. I mean, they are just good. The 050 and the 180 motor. Alright, I haven't tried this approach yet. Let's see what we can do here. Sorry, this tripod still sucks. Let's see if these pins will pull me up. Look at that. Send me right into getting tipped over here. We might try another bite at that. Yep. Let's try from down here. That's pretty steep. That's probably 9 or 10 inches tall. Well, at least from this approach where I'm coming from. And our hand of God there. But yeah, so grandpa, my wife's a grandma. My son's got 7 more years in the military. They don't want to try to have kids while they're in active duty. I really got to turn this down so you guys can see this angle, because it is just hanging. Tell you what, even better, let me pause this and readjust the whole thing. There we go. Now this is my 3rd attempt trying to shoot this video. I keep pushing the cancel button instead of pause, like a complete idiot. And then it really wants to. That one rock is the only reason it hasn't fallen off yet. Oh, nice catch. I'll try one more time here. Again, I wanted to keep this spot pretty tricky. And apparently I've accomplished that. Let's see if we can get a bite at that. No, this is a really chalky stone, not making excuses for the tires. Same spot again, man. That is tough. Let's try that spot. Of course, got my axles hung up instantly. I'll have to work on some new lines on that spot. So I'm not going to readjust the rocks just because of that. Those tires are good enough, and this is more than capable of going. Sorry about that. More than capable of going up and down there. Just do a quick U-turn. Try this part. Ooh. Flirting with danger here. Alright, if she falls, we'll cancel the video, or we'll just end the video here. Let's see what we can pull off. Oh, damn it. I can't. I went back to the whole thing with my son here, getting back. I want to thank all you veterans out there, active duty and retired, for your service to our country. That is a debt that can never be repaid to you guys, the sacrifice in your lives. My son's been in 13 years, has 7 more. No, he's obligated for, 7 more. So he's going to be retiring. And it is rough on him and his wife. They both had the same position in the military, just different ranks. She's a captain, my son's a major. And it is not easy at all. So, and kudos to anybody that's had kids in the military and managed to keep their marriage together. That's the only reason they haven't had kids, because they've seen far too many people. Their marriage is destroyed just from the stresses. Not that the people didn't love each other, but the undue stress that's caused from that. The other both, active duty or just one's deployment. Because my son was in Romania for 6 months. His wife was over there for 9 months. So, yeah. Well, we will call it a day on the Muse chassis roll here. And thank you guys. And again, thank you for your service to our country. And I hope you guys like what I've redone on the course again. This is the reason I don't go with foam. It just gets boring, and I like to change things up, move things around, and tinker with stuff, make it a little more of a challenge. So also on the ramp going up, I did add 2 small obstacles. I did measure that. That is a 49-degree angle. So just those 2 little bitty 45-degree humps on there added a tremendous challenge. So that was all I really changed. So we took rocks from here, we put the rocks over there, took the logs that were up there, and put the logs down here. So we got a little more room for activities over here. So much room for activities, in fact, my head is spinning. So, but I'm gonna get off here. We're gonna get out the Gladiator and run it and get buck nasty up in here. So you guys have a great day. Stay warm if you guys are covered in ice like we are. So see you later.